Yeah, visible.
Yeah,
So,
visible and audible.
thanks to scientific committee as we try near the conclude the session. This is like whether we should consider tubes for NVGIs. So we have a lot of implants for neovascular glaucoma eyes. So what's the problem? What are the challenges that still remain in NVG? We know that the IOP course can be quite unpredictable in these eyes. They have concurrent ischemia and inflammation, which provides an engineering platform. And we have comorbidities like diabetic retinopathy, which can impact the overall success rates and also cause high risk of failure, causing loss of vision. The TVT study, like Dr. Reena said, they reported similar outcomes. The original TVT study, though, reported better outcomes of success rates of tubes and similar visual IOP control or similar reoperation rates. We have to remember that these results are not always applicable to every patient in a clinical setting because in the original TVT study, the refractory glaucoma like NVG eyes were excluded. It was only in the recent past that they concluded similar IOP outcomes in NVG eyes. Also, there's no standard definition of complications that you would find in a tube versus a trap. And if we consider dynamic factors like difference in the surgery techniques, different surgeon experience, different type of implants, bar valve versus Raman glaucoma valve, and also the patient profile, all these dynamic factors have to be considered before basing your decisions of tube or a trap in NVG. So if a simple decision parametrics has to be done, comparing these three procedures for NVG, eye production can be achieved in all the three up to 3 to 5 years. Additional procedures may be more for non-valve implants. The cost may be slightly more for IMED glaucoma valve, and there would be need for medications if you use implants versus a trap. This study compared actually the outcomes of IMED glaucoma valve in neovascular glaucoma versus control eyes, which means other refractory glaucoma eyes. This is more fair of an appropriate comparison rather than comparing tube versus trap because there's always a potential bias while choosing what we do in these eyes. This eye, though they reported similar IP outcomes, does show a poor success rate at NVG being a sole independent risk factor for failure. So if I say tube has its own disadvantages, it does have its own benefits. As also approach is necessary, you may consider tubes in cases of failed trap, active disease, primary or secondary procedures, or in scarred conjunctiva. So if in a severe disease like NVG, an implant can control the IOP and salvage useful vision, prevent vision loss, I would